go in the second half, do you think? Just 1 point between them. Can Wales do this? Can they win this game? What have they got to do? 14-13. This is... This ain't bad.
Yeah, they've got to make the game look scrappy like it has done for the last 25 minutes. You can guarantee that rassieerasmus has got into the South African side because they've been poor. Let's be brutally honest, they've been poor in this first half, South Africa. But Wales, they need to stay in touch. They need to stay within 7 points of this South African team. Otherwise, it can run away from you, particularly with the inexperience of the Welsh bench. So it'll be interesting, but let's see how we go.
Plane flying overhead here in southwest London. Bit of blue sky, mostly clouds. Warm afternoon here for this test match. Second half. Will we get a famous Welsh win? Just 1 point in it. 14-13. Richie Rees and Gareth Rees Owen. Here we go.
Yes, welcome back. Wales to restart from right to left. South Africa, 1 point lead. Mapimpi Fassi is back on the field, so back to their full complement of 15. And you get the sense that Fassi and a few of the other Sharks players will be at ease this afternoon because it's very sticky, Durban-esque, humid in West London. Not the hottest of days, but there'll be a few sweaty bodies up there, Richie.
There's a couple up here as well, guys, sitting next to each other.
Well, absolutely. Sleeves are rolled up. That's how hot it is, relatively so. Turnover ball for South Africa. De Klerk, crossfield kick. Rather aimless. Liam Williams fumbles it backwards, and then he launches it out in the 22 to Costello. He's under pressure. That's a loose kick. Hendrickson will look to take advantage of this. Shapes the kick, then hops and skips and charges into a tackle. Dewi Lake wants the turnover. He's penalised. De Klerk takes it quickly. Etzebeth collapses to the floor. It's not necessarily Etzebeth's strength, which is carrying an open play. Fizz has been lost a little bit by the Springboks here.
Use it.
First minute of the second half. Koff on his 50th appearance. South Africa up by 1. Little dog-leg defence by Wales. Fassi takes advantage of it. Creel. Mapimpi outside. Mapimpi over in the corner.
A check-up forward pass there, I think, but that is what South Africa missed in first half. All speed, all pace, all tempo, starting with de Klerk.
That looked forward to my eyes, but it was still clinical. They forced the overlap. There was a dog leg in the Welsh defence, and it was a simple 2-on-1 draw, and Mapimpi gets in.
It was a ruck in the middle of the field. Just lovely hands from Etzebeth. Yeah, they'll check it.
And Mapimpi, a clever finish as well, because he died very early and took a hit as well. That's forward, isn't it?
See if we can try and hear the TMO. Mark Batten in the chat to Chris Busby. It was just what South Africa needed. Speed, tempo, it starts in their own 22.
It's whether or not his hands were... The ball travels forwards, but we've come to the conclusion often in rugby that...
Happy with the pass.
The pass is good.
He's happy with the pass. It did look on the wider angle. It did look better. Time and delivery from Creel is good. Puts Mapimpi in space, and it's the second half. It's the start of the second half that rassieerasmus and Tony Brown would be all after, but it comes from an exit kick from de Klerk. They regather it through Eden Etzebeth, and then they go 40-45 metres upfield. One ruck in the middle of the field, and Mapimpi's in the corner.
Scorer of one of the most important tries in South African rugby history, 2019 Rugby World Cup final.
Contest.
Sort of fallen down the pecking order.
I think clearly.
As Makazola and Mapimpi.
No.
The Arens's injury.
Can use it.
And Colby's injury means that he gets his chance. Loose kick.
Back by Green on again.
And Che backs it backwards.
Away, Red! No,
South African ball.
No,
up by 8. To Toy. In his own half. Into Plumtree. Up and under by Hendrickson.
It's a good kick, that Hendrickson. Brings Mapimpi onto it. Good take
Costello. Such a busy skyline here in West London. The ball passes you on the right hand side of Big British Airways. Jet passes to the left. Skies are blue. Still cloudy, but the sun is shining down into the eyes of Fassi as he looks to cope with another up and under.
Taken in the air there.
Taken in the air.
If the other one's a yellow card, this has got to be.
This time it's just a penalty.
Chris Busby as inconsistent as ever.
14, just timing.
So Liam Williams took Fassi in the air, but despite his yellow card as a contender for a player of the game so far, this time no further sanction than a penalty, which you disagree with.
Red on the line there, Chris.
Good kick though.
Okay.
From John Hendricks, taken South Africa just outside that Welsh 22. This is the start of the second half. South Africa would be all after, but I'm surprised they haven't looked at that. It's Liam Williams just on the big screen shaking his head, but it's definitely a penalty.
South African front row looking to be exchanged and replaced shortly. So may well be Malcolm Martin's final contribution, not straight.
Sure, fellas. I understand.
And that might be it for
If you
Malcolm
threw the ball
Martin.
to a player like that, it will penalise you.
Those players to bring on. Look at the quality of those two.
Do you want a scrum or a line-out, fellas?
Bombi and Banambi, the Rugby World Cup winning hooker.
No, you can have an option. You can have a scrum or a line-out.
Scrum was tight end. He was given a tough afternoon by Nicky Smith a couple of weeks ago in the URC. Mal Herbert, for me, is the quintessential rugby player where he could not be any other position than tight end.
You look a bit similar, you two.
Boom! Been sitting on that for a while, Richard, haven't you? Which rugby player do you look most like? Frans Mal Herbert, thank you.
Stay down. Okay.
I'm only joking, Gav.
If only you were, Richard, if only you were. BBC Radio Wales. Let's just say Frans Mal Herbert is of a thicker set than many other rugby player.
Crouch!
But he has a job to do, and that's at scrum time. South Africa 21, Wales 13.
Yeah, Welsh exit scrum just outside their 22.
And Mal Herbert puts the squeeze on. And Wainwright
all over Wainwright there.
Wainwright does very well to get the ball out of the retreating scrum.
And Bevan's got to try and help Aaron Wainwright out there.
Stay at team.
And he got munched by the Clerk. Dewi Lake.
Okay, the ball's trapped. The ball's
Does
trapped.
not look
No,
out of
it's
place
trapped.
against the South African pack. There's Dewi Lake.
And use it.
Nice, done
Yeah,
well.
ball was inside.
Lake, Screech, Plumtree all shown up well in the initial 45 minutes of this game. Again, just a bit too long though from Bevan.
Fassi takes it, gets it to Van der Merwe on debut. Wriggles out of the tackle, sets it back. De Klerk in two minds, goes left, floated pass to Toy. Back into Hendrickson.
Forward pass.
Forward pass been called. Back we go.
TMO's called it. It's a clear forward pass.
I'm not sure if it was clear forward pass.
We do feel like we're picking holes in this referee's team. Yeah. Okay.
Okay with that, yeah.
Mark Batten keen to get into the game.
The balance looks good to me.
21-13.
Really good dominance. The ball came away. No issue.
Chris Busby,
Marco.
our referee, says really good dominance to Frans Mal Herbert, who's you see on camera how good looking Mal
He's got the
Herbert
ball.
is.
He is allowed to get it from there.
Dashing young man. Deceptively handsome, Richard.
Same patience. Yeah, okay. Just come to the right. Thank you.
It's
Okay,
not
next
what you
slots,
want to
please.
hear though if you're Gary. If you're Gareth Thomas,
Well,
the
the
referee
referee's
telling his opposite number.
Good dominance.
Good dominance.
Yeah, I've already made up my mind.
Yeah. Positive psychology.
Bind!
Okay. In and out for Wales here. Scrum 50 metres up from the far touchline on the 10-yard line.
You guys, per engagement. Let's go again.
Now this Bevan looking to
Okay.
feed. First cap for him.
Okay, take the weight.
Solly
you're not
Hellborn.
hitting down, okay?
Feature of the exercise programme.
Take the weight, but make sure you're not hitting down.
Coached
Okay, head up.
by Richie Rees, who's alongside
Let's
me.
go,
Gareth
fellas.
Rees Owen on BBC Radio Wales. 48th minute.
Go guys,
8
quick
point
reset,
gap.
please. Let's go.
Bookies out of the 21. Richie. 21-point advantage to South Africa.
Yeah.
Crouch! Bind!
Scrum for Wales. In their own half. They've been under pressure. This time in wheels, and Wainwright forced to grab it, but before he pulls it out, the Holstrom collapses on him.
Easy up, fellas.
See a Kolisi. Cheers. And look at the cheer from the crowd and they recognise who that man is who comes up on camera.
Yeah, it's good to see him here. He had a bit of a roasting in the press by the racing Metro owner, Jack Lorenzetti, just in the week, saying he wasn't probably fit enough after his injury and maybe coasted through the rest of the year. But you can see the support he's got from the players and the fans here. And interesting, John Hendrickson shaped and he's pointed at the sticks and looking to take the 3 just after half time.
Again, more cheers for Kolisi. Awkward look for him, because you can sense that he doesn't really want to take attention away from the players, but he is an iconic figure of world rugby, a unifying force in South Africa, the first black man to lift the William Webb Ellis trophy for his nation. And here's the next generation of South Africans. Hendrickson with a kick.
He hit it. As soon as he hit it, he knew. He turned, he was gone. He was 10 metres away from that tee instantly, but that's probably what they've talked around at half-time. We need to start well. They've gone 9-10 minutes into this second half. They've got a converted try. They've now gone 10 points ahead of where they were. There's the camera here in the stadium just cuts to Tony Brown laughing and joking with Rassie-Erasmus. They're happy with the initial 10-11 minutes of the second half.
11-point margin.
Outside. And use it. Kicking back 9.
We were fearful coming into this game. South Africa's first game since they won the World Cup. Oh, what a hit to Van Winner.
He's taking it well, though, he's winning.
Oh, cheapers.
What was there?
Play.
It's taken Etzebeth, hit him so hard. Squarely and fairly as well, and Winnett jogs back up to his feet, back into position, up and under by Wales. They are not overplaying. But Fassi just dealing with it every day.
Yeah, Liam Williams is in over the jackal. He's well enough, but the tackler, it's gone against Tame Plumtree.
6 row first place.
Just got to be more intelligent around making your decisions. When do we jackal and when do we not?
Jackal with somebody in the wrong way.
Plumtree's been penalised once or twice. Chris Busby has enjoyed blowing the whistle.
He has indeed.
He's getting some good action out of it.
Interesting how good attacking opportunity Wales had then. They just went one face, Sam Costello back in the pocket and went straight back to the air. It was the 7th kick we've seen Fassi take it under not awful lot of pressure.
Into the final half hour. South Africa lead by 11. Which is in all probability a fair reflection of this game. Mapimpi, de Klerk on halfway. Hendrickson under pressure. Aggressive defence from Wales. Hendrickson gets the ball to ground. Poacha Smith rolls out of one tackle into Wainwright. Wainwright wrestles him to the ground on halfway. Malherbe with a carry into Dewi Lake. De Klerk pushed off the ball by Ben Carter. Hendrickson. Peter Steff to Toy. Good leg strength by him, driving out of Costello's tackle over halfway. Malherbe smashed.
Good line speed Wales
by Ben Carter. De Klerk busy again, and Che gets it away to Etzebeth. Etzebeth offloads it. Hendrickson halfway. Poacha Smith, footwork by him, then gets it away to Fassi. Fassi grab a kick to Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe keeps it alive. Knocked on. Shame. Because there were some intricacies that were to be applauded by South Africa there.
I think there's something they definitely looked at this week, South Africa. As soon as your 9 or 10 becomes a running threat, it's that little shoulder ball just on his outside, because it stresses really aggressive line speed defences. And there's 3 line breaks that come through exact play. That's Faf de Klerk again, is just talking to Chris Busby about being taken out off the ball. But they have found some holes in this Welsh defence, particularly when they've gone multi-phase. They need to do more of it, South Africa.
42nd game between South Africa and Wales. South Africa won the first one back in 1906. How many times have Wales won, do you think? Rassieer 42?
7.
Bingo.
Check.
All right.
TMO.
Oh, there's a check from the TMO, Mark Batten.
Is this on Ben Carter?
Okay, Chris, we're going to be looking at Head contact tackle by red 5.
Okay.
Head contact tackle by red 5. That's Ben Carter.
It was a big hit, wasn't it?
We're at the screen now, Mark.
But his Carter came off
Okay,
worse.
coming now for you, Chris. Camera 9.
So
Real speed first.
his Ben Carter, who turns and looks up to the big screen, rather worried. And the whole stadium now looking up skywards with the blue sky, and sitting beneath it is Carter on Malherbe. That's in real
Has a
speed.
better angle coming for you.
He hits Malherbe, seemingly around the chest.
Just got to establish.
We'll see it again now.
All right.
And Malherbe is hit sort of chin, although he was falling. And
Yes, this is the best
not a
angle
great
here
look
now,
for Ben
Chris.
Carter.
Okay, so we're going to show this again. And then we'll slow it
Malherbe
down.
is falling,
Contact.
and Ben Carter hits him
I don't think that's our angle, Marco.
on his cheek, I
Just
think.
need to establish that there is definitely.
Okay, so there it is there.
It's shoulder or forearm to cheek.
Right.
That is correct.
What are you thinking, Richie?
Yeah, he catches him
Okay,
treat, but
just show us that.
Malherbe is falling. It's a double tackle, so Carter's got one. I think it's down
Yeah,
late, just on the inside.
Because the player can get lower, he needs to be lower in that space, yeah.
So definitely head contact. Is that not on the top of the shoulder?
Yeah.
So the referee is just having a
Just
look
in
to see
those
what
angles,
it is.
Marco. We can't see definitive hand contact, but you're saying you can't see contact on the head or the
Okay,
neck there?
Chris, I'm just asking for him to freeze frame it on the point of contact. So we have it there. So on the right side of his neck, I can confirm there is contact.
Now, the TMO in discussion.
I don't think it means the other pressure, but if there is some slight
Okay.
contact, we give it a
There's big discussion here.
Okay, Marco, so we are seeing foul play. You've just showed us though that there is contact with the neck area. However, we are seeing ball carrier falling, and we're just seeing this as a penalty. We don't see it in the yellow card threshold.
Okay, I'm happy with those facts.
Okay, and just confirm the mark. It's in the South African half.
Well, Ben
correct?
Carter would have been worried watching
Yes, a couple of meters
Chris
inside
Crosby
South Africa.
deliberate here.
Like
He has no
25
idea what's
meters
coming.
You've seen the angles there. There is contact with the neck. We're just seeing it as a penalty. So it's going to be a South African penalty here, yeah. For us, the ball carrier is following. There is contact with the neck, but it's just a penalty for us, so it's going to be your penalty. We're going to have the penalty here.
Peter Steph-Detroit just asked Chris Busby if he could take the scrum where they were and carry on the play. Chris Busby, as he's done all day,
Is his own man.
is his own man. He's his own
5
man.
meters inside the South African half. 20 meters in. Not for us. Ball
It's
carrier
frustration though for the players, for the fans, from everyone when it's so marginal, these calls, as Grant Williams makes his way onto the field.
Grant Williams on for Pat de Klerk at 9. His side lead by 11. And it's a great touch finder into the corner. And it's taken South Africa from their own 10-yard line to 6
Right in the
metres.
line, Christopher. Yeah.
You talk about pace, you want someone to bring pace into the game. Grant Williams, one of the quickest men in this South African squad.
The quickest.
Six.
The quickest. Play scrum half.
6 France,
Winger.
6 man France.
He's one of those players who allow South Africa to go with a 6-2 split should they need, because he can cover wing and scrum half. South Africa, 3 tries in the bag. The world champions in Twickenham. Taken quickly. Ruas on the back peel on the line out.
Good Jim Botham.
Good tackle.
Good
James
defence off
Botham.
that tail.
South Africa 6 metres out. Forwards line up through Detroit. Peter Detroit, Steph Detroit,
Stay red.
and Shea overran it, so Quacha Smith is smashed. His head jerked back. Ruas. Eman Ruas over the line.
Held up.
Held up. That's brave defence from Wales.
Okay, we'll wait for the injury.
Gareth Thomas has taken a blow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
used him
time
twice
off
in
of
that phase of
injured
play.
players, so he starts going to be
Evan
one.
Roos first, he went straight off the line. It was Aaron Wainwright that stopped him just getting over the line. He's used his legs.
Just wait for the injury. It's a goal line drop out. He's held up.
I'm not sure how good this looks for Gareth Thomas on the floor. He's holding his shoulder.
Again, did he use his arms in the tackle?
Yeah, contact is, yeah, he's close to you there, Dan. If you can get him, just send him on. We're going
There's
to be
a
a
chop
second here.
tackle, but Gareth Thomas does not look good. Good by
He's
Wales.
just near the halfway there.
Yeah, good. Two good defensive efforts from Aaron Wainwright. First, it was a double collision off the initial lineup with Jim Botham to win that collision against Evan Roos. And then just 2 phases later, he's back in the game, Wainwright, stopping that South African try.
Yeah, I think so.
Bristol Bears up by 5 points to 0, thanks to Courtney Keats on her 50th appearance in
like
the
the medic stuff going
PWR
out.
Premiership final. Big moment for Ben Jason Dixon, 26-year-old back rower, on for his first cap for the Springboks from the Stormers against Wales. A couple of other uncapped players will surely make their bows soon. Zulu, Sasha Zulu for South Africa, Eddie James and Jacob Beetham and James Ratty for Wales. 53 on the clock, 11-point advantage. Quacha Smith.
Good shot then, Lake.
Good contest.
With a carry. Grant Williams, Monambi, Hendrickson, crossfield, Fassi, beautiful pass out to Creel. Bruce Tyson taken quickly out in touch, so we'll come back.
Touch here.
Yes, correct.
He's in touch. Some touch.
What about that pass by Fassi?
Yeah, it's good ball as well. Wales really aggressive, but it shortens them up defensively, Wales, and it allows that ball in just over the top. But Mason Grady has just gone back there again. That scramble defence for Wales, and it's just Mapimpi with a foot in touch, I think it was. Comes from the assistant referee, Adam Deel, on that far side.
Knock on and line out time for Wales, so they get a scrum.
South Africa, yeah, legal contest.
24-13, they're down.
Just got a knock on here.
It's an untidy game here.
Scrappy.
Good contest for the ball.
It feels like the type of moments where you need a Mexican wave, but even that is
Even that is working.
I mean, no.
Penalty on the arm.
Penalty against South Africa at scrum time.
6, right? Yeah. On the arm.
Bit more into this most recent Mexican wave as it passes Sam Costello's eye line as he aims for touch in the far touch line. Wales from right to left here.
He's in possession.
On
I do
Radio
understand, but you
Mark
can't keep him in the
Batten,
air.
the TMO in again for South African player, just playing that Welsh. Centre row, Matthew Screech in the air. Wales line up just inside their own half.
The voice of Richie Rees on Radio Wales. Mason Grady with a carry into Hendrickson. Jason Dixon looking to steal it.
Go slow, that first contact, it's now.
It's terribly laboured. Costello with nothing to do other than to pump it up into the air to Fassi.
Too long again.
Fassi must be
Eating these up, isn't he? That's 8 from 8. No pressure on him.
and Shea, tackled by James Botham, who's been diligent and hard-working. Hendrickson to Quacha Smith in the wide channel. Brilliant sevens players, Quacha Smith. So he'd be so comfortable. He's held up.
Wainwright and Mason Grady have held him up there.
Yeah, and that's good play by Grady and Wainwright.
Slight bit of frustration creeping into this game from South Africa now, I think.
Red ball.
And the Mexican wave has kicked off here. It's really gathering some momentum. What do you think, Richie?
Yeah, you got to take.
You can engage. Here it comes now. Here he comes. Up you go. Now. There we go.
Right, you got Liam Williams just perched in behind this scrum now. The scrum is just inside that South African half, probably 10 metres from the far touchline. Wales have got to be bold. They've got to look to strike here. They barely had any attack the whole game.
They have got one try. 3 tries to 1. The scrum collapses. Not straight.
Not driving straight.
And Bonambi and Shea, they shake their
no
head.
dominance in the tight head side. Loose head driving in. No go forward in this side. Loose head driving in.
Gareth Davies will come on for Ellis Bevan. His first test match is done and dusted.
It's a good play to bring on Gareth Davies. They need a little bit of spark. They need a bit of pace in the game. That's exactly what this man will give you.
Okay, just wait.
But Ellis Bevan on his first cap.
Not driving straight.
Did the basics. He didn't have an awful lot of ball to attack from him to make any real decisions.
Great corner finder. Excellent kick by Costello.
12? Yeah.
As we also see Damien Delande.
Delande is on.
Yeah, but you've got
It's the
both
Heisman.
sides, not just one.
Who's barely featured.
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all.
Into the final quarter, just about. Wales with a driving maul.
9. Back.
Refusing to go away.
One stop.
Inspired by their skipper and hooker Dewi Lake.
Okay, over 9.
Driving maul within 3 or 4 metres. Dewi Lake has scored before against South Africa from a position like this one. Still going is like perseverance by the Welsh skipper. Grounded by the Welsh skipper. TMO's call for the Welsh skipper.
Okay, up we get. Up we get.
Referee Chris Busby wants to go upstairs, does he?
So, Christoph, I do eventually have the ball held up, but I have lost sight just as it's been over the line, so I want to check that he hasn't got it down initially, okay? Okay, so Mark, we'll come with you.
In conversation
Okay, so
with
my
Chris
on-field
Busby.
decision is no try, so the restart will be a goal line drop. But I do eventually have the ball held up, but I've lost sight just as it went over the line. I want to make sure he hasn't grounded it initially.
Okay, so confirming on field is held up.
On-field decision
Mark
is no
Batten
try.
With us.
TMO's on double time today, I think.
That's my on-field decision.
So Dewi Lake looking for a double against South Africa. Referee looking for conclusive evidence. I think it's going to be tough to see. Our monitors are not that helpful. So it's a
We
driving
have
maul.
more angles. Chris, bear with us.
And Lake is over the try line, but there's a big moss.
So I can see the ball here, Chris, on this angle, but it's not clearly grounded. I'm going to play it again in slow motion, and we'll freeze frame.
No problem, thanks.
It's going to be tough to give, isn't it?
So I don't think it's still a maul, Christoph.
The issues, the referee Chris Busby said he's seen it, but it was held up when he saw it. He wanted it checked, so you need
and that's just a
definitive
ball
answer.
there. I'm not seeing that as maul. You following Sender?
Tackle and held up.
Yeah, tackle and held up, yeah.
Dewi Lake is
Okay, so this is the best angle here, Chris. Just bear with me one moment.
So for me, red is initially went to ground, then we have a breakaway, so it's just a ball carry. It's no longer a maul for me. I'm
still in that. From the back angle, I'm still connected.
I think 6 is ahead of you, and he's went to ground, so I'm seeing maul over you. That's what I'm seeing.
Dewi Lake wants a penalty try.
He's been good today, Dewi Lake. The way he's managed to referee, the
Okay,
way he's
Chris,
talked to
I
him
have a decision for you.
on field.
There is no clear evidence to overturn your on-field decision.
Okay. No try. Goal line drop.
So still 24-13.
Can I get you in a second, Bogey? I will come find you, but just not now because we've got a big time on. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Why is that not Scrum 5? Okay.
held up over the line. Goal line drop.
Jordan,
Yeah. Goal line dropouts. Hendrickson to take. Shapes to go to the right hand side of his field. To Cam Winner. Warren Wainwright on the 10-yard line. Moustache. Blonde hair. Bobbing in the Twickenham sky.
Good read at the back by Jesse Creel.
He was straight onto
First man.
Mason Grady. Might have been turned over. And Che, to Toy. Creel. Dayende kicks it. Scrambling back.
Straight out.
It's Costello. Out on the full. And South Africa looked like a team who are still honeymooning after the World Cup.
Jordan.
Halfway between
Another
the 10
new
and
cap
the 22.
for South Africa.
Just here, Adam.
In terms of talent, this man has it. It's Sasha Feinberg and Gomen Zulu.
We're on the wrong
English
mark.
qualified. Was on Eddie Jones's radar.
Halfway between the 10
But
and
is
the 22
now a Springbok.
in 20 metres.
And one wonders
Just the line
what lies ahead for this young man's future. Taken quickly by Wales. Costello, Wainwright. Very prominent Aaron Wainwright. Dewi Lake never takes a step
Okay,
back.
7, leave it.
Gareth Thomas. Tackle by Shea, turnover. Etzebeth looks up, tries to get away. Good tackle, Costello on him. Needed to be. The toy, pick and go. Numbers down for Wales. There's a player injured. Might be Gareth Thomas again. And Shea. Ngomenzulu, knock on. Turnover, Dewi Lake. James Botham gets it away to Ben Carter. Carter, Gareth Davis. Davis to Mason Grady. Rides a tackle. Good tackle though by Van der Merwe. Try saving tackle possibly. Wales, game's broken up a little bit. Gareth Thomas up on his feet gingerly. Now that ball's out. Gareth Davis cleverly just sucks a penalty out.
On your feet if you want to play the ball.
South Africa.
Awful decisions by South Africa so far today.
On your feet, please.
They're not under any pressure, and they're just making poor decisions.
Special moments for this young man from Penclouth, James Ratty, 26 years of age. In 2022 he toured South Africa, never got on the field, but now James Ratty can say, yes, I am an international rugby player. He has 20 minutes to create an impression against the Springboks.
Ball straight kick dead as well from Sam Costello.
Number 1, yeah, he's got
Just what Wales didn't need. But James Ratty, credit to him, he's released from the Ospreys. Signed for Cardiff Rugby, so signed semi-professionally. He was going to work. He was then picked up by Cardiff Rugby. Had an excellent, outstanding breakthrough 2 seasons there. He's gone back to his hometown club at the Ospreys. Played his junior rugby at Dunvant.
You're claiming them, yeah?
And now making his debut at 26.
Check, TMO.
Fellas, I have a TMO check. Okay, he's just come in, so we're going to put time off, okay? Sorry? Time off. TMO check. Okay, Mark.
There's already 2 games. So
Chris, we're going to be looking at head-on-head contact into a tackle ruck by the player.
Okay, we're at the screen when you're ready.
So TMO's come in then. You do feel if the TMO is going to come in with check, we should have the clips ready. Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting to see which ruck this was. So we said head on head. And there was a Gareth Thomas one earlier on.
Still waiting for it here, Chris. 1 second, please. Bear with us.
Mark Patton just waiting for the computer to load. Dials up the internet. 24:30, 62 minutes.
Okay, it's coming
Here's
on.
a shot here. Mbonambi's head into Gareth Thomas's head. I don't really know what Mbonambi's trying to do there. What is Mbonambi trying to do there? Gareth Thomas is tackled and he's riding the tackle, and Mbonambi tries to stop him. There's no arms, and head against head here.
This is the best angle here, Chris.
What's he doing, Richie?
There'll be the no arms, which would be the issue.
So what we're saying is, it's careless, but both players are pretty bent, so it's a penalty.
It's very, very dynamic.
Yeah.
That is reckless, surely, Richie.
He's just saying, the referee, Chris Busby's just saying it's careless, so it's a penalty.
Okay, so Mark, so I'll tell you how we're seeing this. We're seeing both players pretty low here. We are seeing it as a careless action by South Africa 16, but we're still just looking at a penalty very similar to the one before.
Yes, I agree with those facts,
Okay,
Chris.
and the mark's just going to be around halfway. Okay. So we're seeing this quite similar to the one we had before. It is a careless action, it is foul play, but it is very dynamic. We understand he's attempted to dip into contact, but it is going to be a penalty.
Is there something like just accident or just something?
Just short of the 10 metre
but we're seeing this as a penalty, okay? Yeah. Say again, sorry, Marco?
Just short of the 10 metre line on the
Richie,
South Africa side. So about 38 metres out. 38
I think
metres out.
It should never be more than a penalty, that call.
That is correct.
It's a dynamic action. Both are really bent in the arm. He hasn't wrapped his arm. But as Peter Steph to ask Chris Buckley, there's a lot of these are accidental collisions.
Anyway, back to the
game. Yeah,
but there is rugby being played here, apparently. If you're just joining us,
okay, just hold him, Christoph. We're going to make subs. Number 4 sub.
you might be pleasantly surprised to hear the Wales are still in this game. It's an 11-point deficit.
Okay, just hold him there, Christoph.
They've been Nuggety. Solomon Morat on for one of the greats of world rugby, Eben Etzebeth. Solomon Morat, the Stormers captain. Recently, skipping aside against the Dragons at Rodney Parade. Anyway, Dewi Lake again involved.
Back.
Gareth Davis scuffs it up at ruck time.
Have to build again now, Wales. 10 metres from that South African try line.
Harry O'Connor,
line speed.
then Jason Dixon up quickly. Centres, Watkin and Grady combining. Kemsey Mathias. South Africa turnover.
Yes, Damon Jalande not long on the field. He hasn't had the ball in hand as of yet, but that's his first contribution to the game.
(24:30). 62 minutes played. It's fair to say this will not be remembered as an all-time classic. Richie?
I agree, Gareth. I agree.
But many predicted far worse outcomes for Wales, and to think at some point they had 13 players on the field and they survived that period without conceding a point, and they're still competitive. One more score for South Africa will kill them off. So. Morat. Plumtree competes, and Plumtree tackles Grant Williams round his neck. Will play on though. Van der Merwe, Mostert, and Bonambi gave a little bit of afters to Plumtree, who hobbles back up on his feet.
The ball's there, it's a green player slowing it. It's there. It's still not available. Okay, and use it 9-9. Stay 5.
BBC Radio Wales. Grant Williams up and under to test Rio Dyer. Dyer takes it, swallowed by Mostert. Gareth Davis looks to go blind. The toy just slowing things down the floor.
Good carry, Wainwright. He's done well there.
He's been good, isn't he?
Yeah. Lot of heat at that first contact off kick receipt.
Okay,
South Africa, they're really testing Wales's work at the contact area.
Davis.
Too long.
That's overcooked. So, on Zulu. Crunched as the ball hit. Then Grant Williams is away. Sniping at ruck time. Another penalty against Wales.
Same as before.
Dewi Lake, he's got the ball, but it's just the tackler. His team Plumtree can't get out of there.
You can't jackal with somebody in the runway, please.
I'd like to know the penalty stats so far in this game.
We haven't got them to hand, unfortunately.
Shot called.
Oh, shot it. Sticks.
South Africa want to win it, don't they? I mean, you're shaking your head,
You'll see the shot
Richie,
clock.
but
Yeah, you got it.
South Africa want to win, do they? They're up by 11, they want to make it 14.
Number 6.
Yeah, but they've got to also put their own stamp on the game. They could kick this penalty straight down into that Welsh 22 and try and assert a bit of dominance up front as they have done, but they just haven't had any they've had one real phase of attack in this second half. They've scored from it. The cameras in the stadium have just panned to Rassieerasmus up on the big screen. He's shaking his head, so I'm not sure he also agrees.
Well, 50 metres plus for Sasha, Feinberg and Gomin Zulu.
He actually spent 2 years at Llandudno College down in West Wales.
Giving it somewhere, Lee. The line is bang on.
He's got the length.
How about that? From Sasha, Feinberg, Gomin Zulu. And Rassieerasmus
Happy enough.
chuckles himself and says, why did I ever doubt him? Sunglasses on in the Twickenham sunshine.
Evan Lloyd just enters the field, but Dewi Lake, what a half he's had. What a 66 minutes. He's been outstanding. He's led from the front. He's managed the referee well, but he's really, defensively, offensively, he's been excellent, Dewi Lake, today.
Well, to think that he needed to work on the nuts and bolts, didn't he? Line of time, etc. That seems to be ironing itself out. Looks like a lion in the making, doesn't he?
He's been outstanding. He's a big physical man.
Nice hit more. And he's through the middle.
Evan Lloyd, though,
Don't clap!
raised many an eyebrow, including mine, when he was selected for Wales, but his performance especially A judgment day, Richie. Tells me he's got something a little bit different, a little bit special.
Agreed.
Yeah, excellent. A huge athletic ability and huge athletic potential. There, he's not long, 18 months converted from back row to hooker. He's acquitted himself very well for Cardiff this year and at the international stage.
Another who's quitted himself well is Winner. He's under some serious
penalty off the ball. Jesse Creel taken out.
So it was a perfectly weighted kick, and Winner did well to catch it, but he just couldn't escape, couldn't wriggle out of trouble, and the numbers were too much for South African. Evan Lloyd, I don't think there'll be too much criticism for his penalty there, because it was desperation for his side, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was literally just about to go in over the top, was Jesse Creel, and now South Africa shape into the corner.
15 penalties conceded by Wales, 11 by South Africa. South Africa have gone to the corner.
6 metres out from this Welsh try line.
How many, France?
Mbombe, hands on ball.
Six.
Mbombe and Bonambi. Which Kulu is on as well. Ares Mora. Grant Williams from half. They go to the middle. Mostert places it back.
Spin it to the back as well.
They're spinning, they're rolling, they're deviating. Left, right, but on course to the try line. Try. Another try from the set piece.
Bongo
and it's Bongo and Bonambi, as is so often the case, the hooker who crosses, and that will kill off Wales's hopes of getting the victory here at Twickenham.
11.5 minutes left to go in the game. That's what South Africa haven't had enough of, though, in this game. Straight away, a little bit of ill-discipline from Wales. They've kicked it straight to the corner. They've just gone to their power game. They've thrown that line-out ball middle to back. Wales having to defend 6 metres from their own try line is so hard to stop. So much power coming through. So many fresh legs. The whole bench has been rolled for South Africa. And it's got them over the try line again in the 69th minute of this game.
And the latest, plane to fly overhead in Twickenham is South African Airways. Timely. As the Springboks will fly back home to Welcome Island in what will be a blockbuster of a series. Conversion by Mngomeni Zulu, who already has 3 international points. Make that 5 into the last 10 then. It's a 21-point gap now for South Africa.
Time off, stand.